No one expected him to come back. Not after all the pain. Not after all the years. But in a world like Heartland, love doesn't always follow the rules and neither does fate. When Borden walks back into Amy's life, everything she thought she had moved on from comes crashing back. But this isn't just a reunion. It's a storm that's about to shake the entire Bartlett Fleming family to its core. For years, fans believed Ty was gone for good. His death in season 14 broke not just Amy's heart but the hearts of millions of viewers. Watching her struggle, grow stronger, and raise Lindy without him became the emotional foundation of Heartland's later seasons. So when whispers of Ty's return in season 19 first started, no one knew how to react. Could it be real? A dream, a trick, or something far more complicated? If Ty does return, episode 1 will likely reveal it in the most dramatic way possible through Amy. Imagine Amy walking through the barn early in the morning. Everything feels normal. Then she hears a voice she knows better than her own. A calm, warm voice saying her name. She turns and it's him. Ty standing there like no time has passed. Her breath catches. Her hands tremble. She thinks it's her imagination, but he reaches out and touches her shoulder. It's real. Or is it? Some fans believe Ty's return may not be physical at all. It could be emotional. A vision, a dream, or a message from beyond. Maybe Amy finds a hidden letter. A voice message never played. A memory so strong it brings Ty back to her heart in a way more powerful than anything physical ever could. That moment could change her whole future. She remembers their love, their pain, their promise. It was never about letting go, it was about carrying him forward. But what if the twist is even bigger? What if Ty is alive, not dead, but hidden for years to protect his family? Maybe he was in danger. Maybe someone made it look like he died. It's a long shot, but Heartland is no stranger to shocking turns. This theory would explain his sudden reappearance, and why no one heard from him for so long. Amy's world would turn upside down in seconds, no matter how Ty returns. One thing is clear, it will hit Amy harder than anything she's faced before. She spent years healing. Trying to be strong. Trying to move forward for Lindy. But now the very person she built her future without is standing in front of her. Her past and her present are about to collide. And this time, she has to make a choice not just for herself, but for her daughter too. Fans can expect episode 1 to focus on Amy's emotional reaction. There might be silence before the tears. Disbelief before the embrace. Pain before joy. Because Amy is no longer the young girl Ty fell in love with. She's a mother, a survivor, a woman who found strength in loss. And now, she must decide if she will let her heart believe what her eyes are seeing. It won't be an easy moment. Some fans might be thrilled. Others may worry it ruins Amy's growth. But in truth, Ty's return isn't just a showcase, a turning point. For Amy, for Lindy, for everyone at Heartland. Whether real or imagined. His presence brings one truth to the surface. Amy never truly stopped loving Ty. And in episode 1 of season 19, that love will be tested like never before. Amy doesn't choose Ty out of weakness. She chooses him because after everything, she still believes in the bond they shared. It's not a decision made in a rush of emotion or out of grief. It's a quiet, powerful act of the heart. After seasons of pain, growth, and self-discovery, Amy finally gets to face the one question she never could. If Ty came back, would she go back too? From the moment Ty appears, whether it's physically or through a powerful memory, Amy begins to break down the wall she spent years building. The wall that kept her moving forward, protecting her from the weight of the past. But Ty isn't just the past. He's the reason Amy became who she is. Every lesson in love, loss, and courage was shaped by him. Choosing Ty doesn't mean she's falling back. It means she's reconnecting with the deepest part of herself. In episode 1, we could see Amy talking to Jack or Lisa, torn between logic and feeling. She might ask, "Am I wrong to still love him?" But what she really wants to know is, you choose someone again after losing them once. Her decision to embrace Ty again, no matter how he returns, shows that love doesn't fade. Even if time moves on, it changes, it waits, and sometimes, it returns when you least expect it. And then there's Lindy. Amy isn't just making a choice for herself. She's a mother now. Everything she does is for her daughter's future. If Ty's return gives Lindy a chance to know the father she never had, how can Amy say no? Imagine the moment Lindy meets Ty, recognizing the man from pictures and stories. Her eyes wide. Her small voice saying, "Daddy." That would seal Amy's decision, because the heart of Heartland has always been family. Some fans might wonder, what about Amy's healing? What about the strength she found after Ty's death? The answer lies in the truth that healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning how to love again. And for Amy, that love never left. She lived with the pain, but the love was always there, like a song she couldn't stop humming. Choosing Ty now isn't going back. It's going deeper. Still, Amy's decision won't be welcomed by everyone. Some at Heartland might see it as risky or emotional. But Amy doesn't care what's safe. She follows her heart. She's done pretending. If loving Ty again brings her peace, she'll take it no matter how complicated things become. Season 19 is about that choice. Not about the return of Ty alone, but what it means for Amy to stand in front of the man she once buried in her heart and say, "I never stopped choosing you." Her voice may be quiet, but her choice will echo across Heartland. Through every relationship, every memory, every future. And for Amy, this time, it's not about surviving. It's about finally living again with the man she never stopped loving. Not everyone sees love as a miracle. Some see it as a risk. And for Lou, Amy's choice to embrace Ty again, whether through memory, spirit, or something real, less like healing and more like reopening a wound that almost destroyed her sister once before. Lou doesn't see Ty's return as a second chance. She sees it as a threat to Amy's hard-earned strength. And that's why she can't stay silent. Lou has always been the practical one, the planner, the protector, the one who picks up the pieces when everything falls apart. She saw what Amy went through after Ty's death. The sleepless nights, the numbness. The way Amy smiled for Lindy but cried alone. Lou helped hold the family together. And now, just when she thinks Amy is truly moving on, Ty reappears, shattering that fragile peace. In episode 1, fans might witness an emotional confrontation. Lou corners Amy in the kitchen or the barn, voice sharp but eyes full of fear. She might say, "You've worked so hard to be okay. Don't throw it all away." But deep down, Lou isn't just worried about Amy. She's afraid of losing her sister again. She's afraid that if Amy chooses Tyvin in memory, she vanish back into the grief that almost consumed her. Lou may even feel replaced, forgotten. She spent years filling in the gaps Ty left behind, supporting Amy, being there for Lindy, keeping Heartland running. Now that Ty is back, even as a presence, Lou fears being pushed aside. Her love, her effort, her sacrifices, do they mean nothing now? That insecurity may fuel her resistance more than she's willing to admit. And there's another layer, never fully healed herself. She bottled her pain, stayed strong for everyone, but never dealt with the loss in her own heart. Seeing Ty again brings it all back, raw and unexpected. Unlike Amy, who lets her heart lead, Lou thinks with caution. She questions everything. To her, this isn't a love story. It's a recipe for heartbreak. Lou's protectiveness could turn into control. She might try to involve Jack, Lisa, or even Tim to talk sense into Amy. She might bring up Lindy, claiming the little girl needs stability, not ghosts from the past. But what Lou forgets is that love isn't always logical. And Amy isn't the same woman who fell apart in season 14. She's stronger now. Her love for Ty isn't weakness, it's survival. Fans might find themselves torn. Lou isn't a villain. She's a sister who's scared. She's a mother, a leader, someone who's seen too much loss. But in trying to protect Amy, she risks pushing her away. The heartache between the sisters could become one of the most powerful emotional arcs of the season. Two women who love each other deeply, yet see the world in completely different ways. The tension could build across multiple scenes. Lou trying to reason, then begging, then possibly issuing an ultimatum. But Amy won't budge. Her heart is set, and that leaves Lou standing alone in the shadows, questioning if she's the only one still living in reality. What makes Lou's resistance so heartbreaking is that it comes from love. But love, when mixed with fear, can turn cold. And as season 19 unfolds, the bond between Amy and Lou may face its biggest test yet, not from a tragedy, but from a choice. The choice to hold on, or let go. When one person chooses love, the whole family feels the weight of that choice. Amy's decision to accept Ty back, whether as flesh and blood or memory and meaning, won't just shake her life. It will ripple through everyone at Heartland, touching wounds that were never fully healed, and forcing every member of the Bartlett-Fleming family to ask, are we ready to welcome the past into our future? Jack, the rock of the family, might find himself torn between two instincts. On one side, he's the father figure who wants nothing more than to see Amy happy again. He was the first to teach her that horses and people need time to trust and love. If Ty's return gives her peace, Jack might support her with quiet nods and calm wisdom. But on the other side, Jack also buried Ty. He grieved him like a son. For him, seeing Ty again might feel like opening a chapter that was painfully closed. Lisa, always the voice of balance, may step in with a softer view. She could be the one to remind Lou that love doesn't always follow logic, and that grief takes many forms. Lisa knows what it means to lose someone, and perhaps she sees Amy's choice not as dangerous but as brave. She might be the bridge between the sisters, urging understanding instead of judgment. Tim, unpredictable and hot-headed, could react in a way no one expects. Maybe he's suspicious of Ty's return. Maybe he questions where Ty's been, or whether it's healthy for Amy to revisit the past. But beneath his tough exterior, Tim has always been a man ruled by emotion, and if he sees even a flicker of the old Amy, the one who laughed with Ty, who believed in forever, he might surprise everyone by siding with her, even if it means clashing with Lou. And what about the younger ones? Katie, Georgie, Parker. For them, Ty's return is a story whispered around the ranch. A mystery, a miracle. Maybe Georgie, who looked up to Ty as a mentor, finds herself revisiting old lessons and wondering if the past can truly come back. Maybe she sees Amy's strength and finds hope in her own journey. The family's future isn't just being written through Amy's love but through the way each member chooses to respond. Most important of all is Lindy, a child who never really knew her father, but always carried pieces of him through Amy's stories. Ty's return, if real, gives her a father. If symbolic, gives her closure. But either way, it shapes the path she walks from this moment forward. Her questions, her wonder, her hope, it all becomes the emotional heartbeat of the season. And beyond the characters, there's Heartland itself, the land, the ranch, the place where memories live in every fence post, every horse stall, every breeze. Ty's return breathes new life into old spaces. It brings back echoes of laughter, arguments, love, and lessons. The ranch is more than a backdrop, it's a living memory. And now, it must hold space for a new chapter that blends the past and the present. As season 19 unfolds, Amy's choice is no longer just a personal journey. It's a mirror held up to every member of the family and to the audience. Can we love someone again after losing them? Can we embrace joy after pain? And can a family hold together, even when it's divided by love itself? The answer may not be clear. There may be heartbreak, silence, and storm before calm. But one thing is certain. The Bartlett-Fleming family has never been one to turn away from love, no matter how difficult. And in this season, their unity or their breaking point will depend on how deeply they're willing to believe in second chances. In the world of Heartland, love has always been the thread that weaves the family together. But sometimes, love doesn't look like peace. Sometimes, it looks like conflict, like hard choices, like heartbreak all over again. Amy's decision to embrace Ty's return, whether real or imagined, has already lit a fire that won't be easily put out. And now, the question is no longer if the family will be affected, but how deeply Lou stands on one side, heart full of fear, trying to protect what she sees as Amy's hard-earned healing. Amy stands on the other, eyes open, heart wide, willing to risk it all for the love that never died. Both believe they're doing what's right, and maybe, in their own ways, they are. But rightness in Heartland doesn't always come without pain. As we move beyond episode 1, the story might twist in ways fans don't expect. What if Ty's return isn't permanent? What if it's a goodbye instead of a beginning? A final visit from a love that never wanted to leave? If that's the case, Amy's choice will hurt, but it will also set her free. It could give her the closure she never truly had and the strength to keep living. This time not in memory, but in full color. But if Ty's return is real, if he's alive, present, and ready to reclaim the life he left behind, then the path ahead becomes even more complicated. Legal questions, emotional confusion, a daughter who barely knows him, a sister who doesn't trust him, a family torn between celebrating a miracle and fearing what it means. Whatever the truth is, one thing's for sure. Heartland Season 19 won't just be about horses, healing, or second chances. It'll be about the courage to stand in front of the people you love and say, I choose this. Even if it breaks me. Even if it breaks you. The real power of this story isn't in Ty's return. It's in the emotional earthquake it causes. The decisions that follow. The truths that come out. And the healing that must happen between sisters, between generations, and within Amy herself. So now we wait, we watch, we wonder, Will Amy's choice bring the family together, or pull it further apart? Will Lou's resistance soften or harden into silence? Will Ty's store disappear again into the shadows of the past? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear. In Heartland, no love story is ever simple, and the most powerful moments are born not from certainty but from the choices we make when everything is on the line. Asterisk. And if you're just as curious about what happens next in Heartland Season 19, don't miss out. We've got more emotional twists, wild fan theories, and character updates coming your way. So for all the latest and most exciting updates, make sure to subscribe to our channel next door.